Hello and welcome to Tev's Next Idea, the Twitch stream. Uh, I am, like I said, I never know when I'm going to be on, but I had some time tonight, so I am on. And we are playing Higurashi, When They Cry Who, Chapter 2, Wantanagashi. This is part 2 of this stream. Yes, confused? I am. Okay, Japanese horror novel. If you're familiar with this game, you know what to expect. If you have watched my stream before, you know what to expect. We are on the second chapter, and all we've learned from the last chapter, or from the first part that we played, was one, everything in the first game, just forget that. I mean, it'll come back, hopefully, but for right now, we're forgetting that. Two, we kind of like our mean kids. We played a game tournament, and we won by cheating. So this isn't good. We are not good little kids, but we will continue. We are, once again, a group of school kids, ages between like 13 and 16. It's me, Kaishi, and then Rena, Mion, Rika, and Satoko. And let's get started here. Okay, load, end of chapter 1. Yes. Okay. Most of this game is going to be me reading, because that's really all there is to this. Okay. I wonder why afternoons always make you feel sleepy like this. Mion spoke in a voice that went so far as to make whoever heard it lethargic. You want a medical explanation for sleepiness? I could say it, but it'll just make you more sleepy. I'm really not sure who's talking here. Gah, spare me. It was almost 3 o'clock. Sixth period was almost over. By the way, Satoko and everyone else in the lower grades ended their school day after fifth period, so they were probably running around the schoolyard right now. Okay, this is new information. We used to all get out of school at the same time, but apparently, no. I could hear their joy-filled voices coming from there right now. Oh, what I would give to be able to join them. Mishan, you're the class representative, so you have to try harder. No going to sleep. You see, rather than the class representative, I'd rather be president of the boxing club. They get to sleep a lot. Huh? What makes you think that? At the boxing gym, they're always hitting the sack. Get it? Bam! The teacher cackled as she hit the back of Mion's head with the corner of a textbook. Rough teachers. That's all from me. I'll leave it at that for today. Representative, please direct the class. Everybody, stand up. At attention. Mion, who had been half asleep, became lively again the moment she heard class was over. It must be delightful to be that shrewd. Homeroom was done after the lower grades had finished their lessons, so we were free to go. It was one of the odd rules we had as a mixed grade school. When they knew class was over, Satoko and Rika-chan returned to the classroom. Because it is time to do club activities. Good work today. All right, it's time for happy, fun club activities. Yeah, that's right. What should we do today? Hey, Nishan. Why don't we continue what we started yesterday? Yeah, we should do that. To have it end like that when things were getting good, I won't accept it. Now, I know how you feel, but let's save that for another time. Something like that shouldn't be done elsewhere dinky like a classroom after school, but a grander stage. I'm down whenever, but some of the younger guys said they'd watch me in the finals, so let me know ahead of time. Whoa! Kishi-kun, you're amazing. There's people cheering you on. Cheering you on. I wonder if there's anybody cheering on Rena. I couldn't help but watch as Rena entered her pining maiden mode. I'm not gonna pull any punches, but I'll pray for your victory, Rena. With a saccharine, Kishi brand smile, I ruffled Rena's hair roughly. What? Oh, Kishi-kun, what are you, ho? Rena turned bright red and short-circuited, smoke billowing from both ears. Gazing into her eyes, a strange scene of me holding hands with Rena and skipping through a flower bed was reflected there. Ah, even if it wasn't somebody else's imagination, it was terribly troubling. Mikiichi, the Rena killer. When Rika-chan said that, everybody burst out laughing at once. Ah, that Rena is a Satoko and Rika-chan killer, though. It may be true that we can't win against Rena, but we won't lose to Kiishi. Oh, this is becoming a pretty interesting relationship map. Our strengths kind of interact like in rock, paper, scissors. But that doesn't include Mion, does it? Of course not. It doesn't matter who it is, I won't lose. Mion leered with a gaze befitting of a club president. No, befitting of an empress. The mood in the room became more lively. It was as a good moment as any to get started. Well now, let's get started nice and easy. Yeah, so then, Mishan, what shall we do today? Today? I don't know why she repeats everything. We can all hear her the first time. Mion let out a small interjection as she rummaged through the so-called club locker. Every time I look, there's always a ton of things crammed in there. Everything that's jammed in that locker is a game of some kind, you know? On top of that, things used for penalty games like cat ears and collars were kept in there. The capacity of that thing is unfathomable. That locker may actually extend through the wall into the fourth dimension. That's my theory anyways. If not that, then how else could you explain how somebody could pull out an item after item? After Mion touched her hand to her chin briefly in thought, she turned around without pulling out any games. Why don't we try and keep it a bit simple today? Playing games that require lots of pieces all the time can be a little bland, right? It doesn't matter what game it is. If everybody plays together, we can have fun. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Rena and I both expressed our agreement. I feel the same way. With this group, there's no doubt, even if we were pulling weeds from the school grounds, it would be fun. That wouldn't be fun for me, pulling weeds or whatever. Ah, that's right, isn't it? By the way, Satoko, could you stop reading people's minds by looking at their expressions? Whatever you're thinking is always written all over your face. So I always know right away. I've always been told that, but ever since I transferred, it seems like it's been especially bad. I need to develop a poker face, or I could be in for a rough time. All right, everybody, pay attention. I'm going to explain the rules. We all immediately cut the idle chatter and put on stern expressions. In no times at all, everybody's gaze focused like a tiger or a shark, listening intently. That's right. From the point where the rules are explained, the match has already begun. Today's game is probably better known as a party game. It's called Sympathy. Has anybody heard of it before? Sympathy? It means to share someone's feelings, right? Huh? Maybe I might know this. Mishan, maybe it's the game where we choose a topic and everybody writes down the first word that comes to mind. And the more people who share the same answers, the more points are awarded. In that case, Rena knows about it. Ah, I remember. I recall playing a game like that in grade school while we were on the bus during a field trip. I'm not familiar with this game. I would like an explanation. I think Rena just explained it. First of all, we have the leader choose a topic. For example, if they chose dessert. Satoko-san, when somebody says dessert, what's the first thing you think of? Let's see here. Pudding or something. Oh, in that case, Satoko, you would write down pudding on your memo pad. Then, everybody reveals their answer at the same time. If there's 2 or more people who wrote down pudding, they get points. The more people who wrote down the same answer, the more points are awarded. So if everybody writes down the same answer, that's a max of 5 points. So this is basically reverse categories, where you're supposed to all write down unique answers. Oh, I gotta. In other words, the trick is to think so that so that what you write down is the same answer as everybody else. It was exactly like Rika-chan said. The point of this game was to think in a way so that you have the same answer as everybody else. For example, even if you heard the word dessert and immediately thought of strawberry sundae, if your answer doesn't match up with everybody else, you don't get any points. That's why you have to hold off on that answer and change to one that seems like everybody else would choose. The key becomes not what you think for yourself, but being able to predict what everybody else will answer. It's a very high-level intellectual game. Me? For Satoko's sake, let's try practicing for one round. Okay, for this round, as I'm club president, the leader will be me, all right? The topic can be something random. Taking out her literature notebook, she began flipping to a random page. All right then, this is only the practice round. The first topic is shaved ice. When you say shaved ice, there's only one answer, isn't there? Lemon, lemon, lemon. Or among the standard flavors of shaved ice, there's strawberry, melon, and blue Hawaii. Because someone wants blue dirt from the island of Hawaii. The most popular among those is obviously melon. Everybody write down an answer. Then everybody show theirs at the same time, okay? Ready? Go. Strawberry, melon, ujikatanki, strawberry, strawberry. What? I'm the only one with melon? You guys, don't go doing something so mundane as picking strawberry as the standard. Hey, Rena, would you actually order strawberry shaved ice? The first thing that always sells out at summer festivals is always melon, isn't it? Rena also likes melon flavor, but really, it's all about the strawberry, right? Kiya-chan, if I was to pick, I would actually choose melon. But you see, this is a word association game. If somebody says shaved ice, the first thing you think of is strawberry. I'm still not entirely convinced, but in any case, it's this type of game. The Screw Kaishikun game. Rika, what exactly did you write? Is that a type of shaved ice? It's Ujijikantanki. Uji Jintaki. It's incredibly delicious, you know. Well, it might be delicious, but it's not exactly run-of-the-mill. Still, that's a pretty refined choice. Satoko, did this help you get a good idea? There were 3 people who wrote down strawberry, so those people get 3 points. We compete to see who can get the most. Yeah, I've got it. More importantly, Mion-san, what shall we do about today's penalty game? no! There's going to be one after all. What will it be? What will it be? What should it be? Keiichi-kun, you have a suggestion? Well, for the penalty game, when I was in elementary school, there was a penalty game. Yeah, it can only be that. Schlepping. Oh, of course. In other words, the thing where the loser has to carry around everybody else's baggage. It happened often to the boys, elementary school kids walking around completely covered in backpacks. You see it a lot. But how will we do that? Satoko-san and Rika-san's houses are the complete opposite direction from ours. Then how about the loser carries just the winner's stuff to their house? Getting everybody's stuff to their house would involve covering a pretty sizable different distance. Oh yeah, just that much might be all right. Somehow, today's penalty game is pretty simple. With a penalty game of this level, it wouldn't even be fun to make Kichi-san do it. Yeah, because I'm a boy. Of course. Then, shall we raise the stakes a bit? Playing Porter. Oh. Not just playing Porter. Ta-da! How about we have someone schlep stuff around dressed in this? What? Why, a maid outfit of all things. Oh, it's cute and all, but no way. But, you see, what do we do if Keiichi-kan loses? If we don't have a size that fits him... Oh, I didn't let that little detail get by. I have a nice XL size one prepared just for Keishan. You bought it right after I started coming to school. I bet you did, I bet you did. So, Keishan, are you ready? I'm going to have you walk around outside dressed up as a maid. From the headband to the garter belt, even the underwear. I've got it all prepared for you. This is insane. Why do you have every possible size of that type thing in that locker? This is bad, Keiichi Mayabara. Somehow, it's become a situation where only my failure results in an overly cruel price to pay. What if I make a mistake and lose? I wouldn't be able to walk around in broad daylight anymore. Well, let's face it, based on the practice game, I'm gonna stink at this one. Okay. Okay. Oh, ma'am. About that Mayabara boy. Did you hear about him? It seems like he has a penchant for cross-dressing. Oh my, really? That'd be so embarrassing, you know. Oh. That's way too harsh. That's just incredibly brutal. If we're to return this penalty to some semblance of normalcy, now is the only time. Everybody, I think we should refrain from this unwholesome penalty game. Why on the way back from school? Do we have to be accompanied by a girl wearing a maid uniform and carrying our baggage? Having them say, "Master?" while dragging them around the village in such an embarrassing outfit? Wait, why am I panting? What is this? This feeling welling up inside of me. Hey, let's just make it a normal penalty game. Wait, Keiichi-kun has frozen stiff. Boom! Whatever that means. Burning with passion, I firmly place my hands on Rena's shoulders. Rena, there's no problem with the penalty game. I just have to win. That's right, everybody. I turn to everybody with an idiotic grin, my pearly whites flashing with a brilliant gleam. Okay, does Keiichi-kun have a thing for Rena? I mean, we've always suspected that there might be something on Rena for Keiichi-kun, but maybe it's the other way. Oh, Keishan, you've come around to the idea, eh? Or maybe I want to see Mion in the French maid's outfit. No matter what the penalty game is, there's no reason to be afraid. Of course, in reality, none of us are going to see it because they don't show those graphics on this game. They just show these stock footage of these people talking and a background that sometimes doesn't even match the game or what's being talked about on the game. You just have to win. Right, everybody? Yeah? Yeah? Yeah! From Mion to Rika, everybody energetically thrust their fists up high, including me. Only Rena seems somewhat undecided, standing there looking flustered. She's a little bit slow, isn't she? If she wins, even for Rena, it's quite a delectable opportunity. Hey, Rena! Don't you see this as a pretty big opportunity? Rika-chan or Satoko-chan in a maid outfit coming right to your doorstep? This is a historically great chance, isn't it? For the cute meter. Sploosh! Rena began spouting a fountain of blood from her nose. This has to be a mistake in translation. Every time she thinks cute, she spouts blood out of her nose or out of her ears. But you know what happens when we have a fluid coming out of Rena? You get 2 cutes on the meter. Okay. The look in her eyes completely changed. She shifted into cute mode. I was waiting for this, Rena. That look in her eyes. How? To my doorstep? It's not like Keiichi-kun or Mia-chan wouldn't be good too. All right. It looks like everybody's prepared themselves. Get your memo pads ready. First question. Ready? Mion opened up her textbook to a random page and read out a word that caught her eye. The first topic is summer break. Beach. It has to be beach. Beach is what I thought of. This is yet another quite abstract keyword. Well then, let's not worry about it too much and start with something like this. Everybody good? Time to show 'em. Ready? Go. On Mion's signal, everybody simultaneously held up what they wrote. Let's see, what did everybody write? Summer festival, fireworks, mosquito coils. Oh, Rena and I have the same answer. All right, 2 points. But Satoko's fireworks was pretty good too. I guess I should be trying to do this in the voices of the characters. I just don't know what Rika's mosquito coil is a very nice seasonal choice as well. Oh, the choices are quite invigorating. It's almost summer break, isn't it? I wonder how we'll spend it this year. Invigorating words that invoke the image of summer break. Certainly, things that enrich the soul. As everybody approaches the soon-to-come summer break, a plethora of dreams should be etched upon their thoughts. By the way, Keiichi-san, what did you answer? Hurry up and show us. I didn't really write down anything that great. No. Showing us is part of the rules. Now, come on. Stop it. Don't look. Homework? The room went silent, as it should. Nobody could really follow up that response. It's as if my impertinent answer had somehow sullied the wonderful dreams of the coming summer break. Keiichi-kun's summer breaks were never fun, were they? It's all right. Let's spend the summer this year with everybody. We won't leave you by your lonesome. Rika-chan gently petted my head. What exactly did summer break mean to me? Summer courses, observing sunflowers, practice exams, special summer focus seminars. I'm an old stick in the mud. I know nothing of hot summers because I've always been in an air-conditioned cram school. Ugh, the tears. Keyshawn's summer breaks were always devoid of hopes and dreams, weren't they? Kishi-kun is dead inside. Wah! Don't look at me with such pity in your eyes. Don't look at me! This game called Sympathy may be more terrifying than I could ever imagine. Well, I want them to have sympathy for me. Well, Rena and I get 2 points each. Let's keep going. Next is fish. So it's fish. Come to think about it, I haven't eaten sushi in a while. By the way, rather than lean tuna, that was my word, tuna, I'm quite the connoisseur of things like flounder. I wonder who I'll match with this answer. Because, for a Japanese person, anyone would think of this. Alright, everybody. This time we'll start from mine. Ready? Go. Sushi. How about that for an answer? When you see a lively fish, do you want to steam it or grill it? No, to have fresh sashimi is the epitome of cuisine. Rather than write sashimi, however, I'll choose the more amiable term in sushi. That's my cunning ploy. But, contrary to the intrepid resolve of my reply, everybody's expression was listless. Oh, that's right. When you say fish, I see. Sushi is tasty, isn't it? Ah! Stop talking to me in that consoling tone. Stop it. Well then, should the rest of us show our answers? Ready? Go. Dolphin! Whale! Aquarium! Aquarium! Rika and I have the same answer. That's 2 points. Rena picked whale, eh? I thought about that too, but I ended up picking dolphin. Really? Rena wanted to write down dolphin at first, but Rena didn't think anybody else would write it. And why is Rena talking in third person? Either one of them is very cute. Everybody, excluding me, stopped and stared blankly as their thoughts drifted over the horizon. It seems as if they can hear the roar of the open ocean from over there. This means everybody has 2 points. Well, everybody but Keiichi-san. Keiichi-san's answers were worth 0 points. But Rena thinks they were very unique and interesting. Interesting. To immediately think of food whenever you hear the word fish. Keyshawn, you should really be ashamed of how destitute your soul is, huh? Don't say something like my soul is destitute. Besides, what's with Mion and Rena's answers anyway? Those aren't even fish. Those are mammals. Objection overruled. Next? Well, what a horrid game this is today. As the games pile on and on, it seems that I will be further exposed as a petty human being. You know, it almost thinks that the demon is a better ending to this than these embarrassments. I'm the only one who still hasn't earned any points. I want to at least get to a point in the next round, or get a point in the next round. All right, the next topic is Sakura. Dang it. This time I'll do it. Keep your cool, Kiichi Mayabara. Don't think what you would normally think. Think like a girl. Everybody else here is the girl. Stop thinking like a man. If you write down Sakura Moshi here, you'll only be repeating the tragedies of the past. More food. Throw away that gastrocentric male sensibility. Just for now, think of yourself as a girl. You're a girl. You're a girl. I'm a girl. Everybody finished writing? Let's do it. Keiichi-san, if you don't start getting points right now, won't it be a bit dangerous? This time it's perfect. I've completely suppressed my own instincts. This time, I will have a match. No, I will make it match. You know, we all cheated in the other game. Maybe we can start cheating here. Keiichi-kun, you seem pretty confident about this one. You see, this time, Rena thought like a boy, so I could match up with your answer. Oh, thanks, Rena. Oh. Sakumochi. Him too. I wrote it down. No! Rena and Rika giggle together. Whoa! Now is not the time to think with your stomach. Well then, did Keiichi-san write the same answer as me? I put down Hanami. That's right. When you say Sakura, it just has to be Hanami, yeah? I wrote that down too. Neon and Satoka's responses was Hanami. Hanami? Seriously? What the heck is Hanami? That kind of event where old geezers getting drunk and doing all sorts of depraved things is the standard, isn't it? And why of all times did you just decide to abandon answering from a girl's point of view? Well then, Kei-chan, what sort of girly response did you write down? It's nothing. It's homework. Let's move on to the next topic. Moving on. Before I knew it, Rika-chan had circled behind me and was intently reading the memo I had written behind my back. Card Master Sakura is written down here. It became dead quiet. The abrupt silence enveloped the room. It would be fine if somebody at least laughed at me or played it off as something dumb, but nobody even flinched. The feeling in the pit of my stomach reached critical mass, causing my once blood-drained face to flush with a sudden wave of heat. Sakura can only mean Card Master Sakura, can't it? It's a super popular anime that's broadcast every week on the government-run networks. It's broken through every demographic from little girls to grown men. You've seen it, haven't you? No, you've definitely seen it. Even I've seen it. Yeah, even without the forced explanation, I know about it. It's that thingy where she fights in a different costume every week, right? Yeah, I know. Yep. It's cute, isn't it? Rena sometimes browses through it at the magazine stand to keep up with the story. I'm not giving her a cute on that one. You just mentioned the word. I saw it for the first time recently. Sakura is cool and so cheerful all the time. I like the girl who's always filming with the camcorder. It's not just popular with little girls, it's also surprisingly well received by older boys, isn't it? To think that Keishan was one of those. Oh, see, they'd make it all embarrassing for me again. I felt like I had inadvertently blurted out something unnecessary and completely self-destructed. But that wasn't the main problem. So, you all know about it, don't you? Then why didn't you write it down? Sakura means Sakura Kinomoto. Sakura-tan. Card Master Sakura is the right answer! Mion quietly put her hand on my shoulder. Keishan? Now I'm certain. Keishan, you are to your very core, a geezer. Irrevocably so. Why is everybody looking at me with those eyes filled with pity? Oh, Keiichi-jun is mad. That's not true, Keiichi-kun. Okay, let's do our best. Here's where the comeback begins. Oh, there's no way. There's no coming back for Keiichi-san the geezer. Now give up quietly and accept your penalty. What's today's penalty game again? Oh yeah, the French maid costume. Dressing up as a maid, complete with hairband and garter belt, while carrying around the winner's stuff. No. All right, if you're real members of this club, show me you won't let anybody come back from this disadvantage. So now they're all up against me. All right, let's keep rolling. Why? Oh. Is that the end of the chapter already? Or are we about to do more? A short chapter wouldn't be bad today. I'm getting a little bit hungry. No, but it continues. Okay. We'll see. These usually run about an hour anyway, so we'll see. Hopefully I can get done before an hour. Oh! Whoa! Keiichi-kun seems happy. Why? How can this be? He's probably awoken to the joys of cross-dressing. Oh no, he hasn't. Keiichi-kun, your hairband is going to fall off. Let me fix that for you. Rena cheerfully adjusted the hairband that had been enshrined upon my head. How does it feel, Keishan? Have you awoken to the pleasures of wearing girls' clothing in front of actual girls? Be honest now. It's all right. We won't laugh. You jerk. I'm gonna murder you. Swinging Mion's bag around wildly, I chased her in circles for a bit. Today's loser was quickly decided to be me. Was that an image of what was to come? When I had been assured of finishing last, Mion showed her true power. She began racking up points with an iron fist. In the end, we didn't even have to add up the score to know who was on top. After that, in the changing room, with much wailing and gnashing of teeth, pushing the boundaries of shame and brutality, I was instructed by Mion on how to put on everything from ribbons to underwear. Damn you, Mion. What do you mean, knowing this would come in handy one day? How the bloody hell would a man knowing how to put on a garter belt be useful? Shh! Keishan, you're too loud. If you stay quiet, you might be able to pass this off as rehearsal for a play. No, not quite. That's right. If you cause a scene here, they'll find out that I'm wearing That's right. It's me, not Rena, even though she just showed up. Okay. That's right. That's right. If I cause a scene here, they'll find out that I'm wearing women's clothing right now, down to the unmentionables. Oh, this is brutal. I shuddered from head to toe, resisting the urge to scream. Why do I even hang out with these girls? Why does Keiichi-kun hang out with these girls? There has to be some other people in this school. There just has to be. Actually, Keishan, you have really smooth skin. Are you often told that it's easy to apply makeup on you? Saying that, Mion gently rubbed my cheek. Oh, what kind of man gets praised for being easy to apply makeup on them? How does it feel wearing a maid's headband? It really finishes off the look. The headband is the best part of a maid outfit, after all. What do you mean, finishes off the look? Dumbass, stop teasing me. Keiichi-kun is embarrassed. Cute. That's right. Men like things like garter belts, right? Well, not wearing them. How does it feel wearing one yourself? I don't really feel anything. Hey, stop it! Don't flip it up. It's tight, isn't it? Can you feel it rub against your skin as you walk? Stop! Don't whisper such strange things in my ear. Ow! My miserable manhole had suddenly shifted. Eek! Ugh, you're turning red. You're turning red. You better believe I'm turning red. Have you finally realized it? That's right. Right now, Keishan? is exactly the type of maid that every healthy male wants. Well, this is just weird. Stop it, Mion. Really, why do you have to whisper that right in my ear? If you ever just wanted to hold a maid close to you, Keyshawn, you've currently become one with that maid. Don't you see? That's a distance far closer than a mere touch can ever achieve. There, can't you hear that pulse? That breath? Me, Sean, that's how. On the verge of overheating, a long red line flowed out of Rena's nose. Oh yes, the blood of cuteness. This is such a strange game. Such a strange game. Putting on makeup properly, making you wear a wig with the straight long hair you like so much. Keyshawn, I've made you into the ideal woman. And now you're going to walk around town with me. You'll surely monopolize the eyes of all men for all the wrong reasons. That would definitely make you feel really good, wouldn't it? If only you didn't have this big thing. Okay. We're not going to read that. Saying that, she tried to flip up my skirt. No! Wah! This is definitely not the time. I can't let them see me with this male-centric problem. Crash thud. Before I realized it, Rena was caressing my head and rubbing me with her cheek. She's a freaking cat. Kihishi-kun, when you were fidgeting like that, you were super cute. Okay, I think we're hitting a record on the cute counter today. I'm going to take you home. Peering through Rena's vice-like embrace, I saw Mion laying spread eagle on her back. Oh, did Rena punch her for me? Was Rena standing up for me? I see. This must be what Satoko and Rikashan feel like when they become Rena's prey. After that, it took some time to calm Rena down from her frenzy. Later, Keyshawn, today was super enjoyable. You will rue this day. You will rue this day, Mion. This disgrace shall be returned tenfold. I'll achieve an overwhelming victory, then condemn you to public shaming. Gah! Only if you could beat me. I look forward to seeing you try. Mion tossed me my clothes and, looking in as good as a mood as I've ever seen her, left. Okay now that I've been released by Mion, I can't waste even a second running home. Who am I talking to? By the way, Rena isn't as good as Mishan, so if we happen to bump into anybody, I won't be able to follow up for you, okay? Okay, I'm lost. Soon after that, I went into a full-out dash. I'm pretty sure I was running the 100th meter in about 6 seconds there. Well then, Kishi-kun. See you tomorrow. Yeah, see you tomorrow. The fact that I didn't bump into anybody I knew was probably divine favor for my constant good behavior. It's been going my way today. Oh yeah, like losing this game, wearing a maid outfit, getting punched, who knows? At the moment, the front door opened as if somebody was waiting for me. Oh, my parents are going to take me to maid outfit. What's going on with you? Oh, Kihishi, so you're home. I was just about to go for a walk. Oh, Kishi, so you're home. I was just about to go for a walk. I was dumbstruck by how slow my father was to react. A normal person would have realized the peculiar scene before them around. Oh, Kiishi? Dad? This is, you see, you know the club I'm always talking about? This is one of the penalty games we do there. It just so happened I lost today. My dad placed his hand on my shoulder. It was an oddly moist and uncomfortably warm hand. Keiichi, let's have a little talk in my studio. We'll keep it a secret from Mom, of course. Dad! No, Dad! Let's go. There's a show I want to watch right now. Mion, You shall rule this day. His artistic flame raging like a wildflower. Let's try this again. His artistic flame raging like a wildfire. My dad dragged me along. I disappeared into the depths of the studio. Oh, be the end of a chapter. It won't be. Is this Mom? I guess it must be Mom. Keiichi, are you home? Oh, you are in the bath. Is that makeup remover? More importantly, what's the matter? Sorry. First of all, in the bath. She's not in the bathroom with me when I'm in the bath. Good. Okay, sorry. I have a headache and I don't think I can make dinner tonight. I'm terribly sorry, but can't you go out to eat with your dad? My mom is a go-get-'em superwoman at work, but it occasionally takes a toll on her health. So this kind of situation is hardly a rarity. That's fine, but what will you eat? If I just eat for myself, I can probably find a way to scrounge something together. Take care. Keiichi, we'll take the car, so hurry up. Dad quickly got the car ready. He must be hungry. He really only moves so energetically when it's time to eat. Sorry to keep you waiting. So, where are we going to eat? I recently found a nice store. Let's go there. Oh, it's probably Mion's uncle's store. My dad usually only complains about things. For him to actually praise something is unexpected. I wonder what kind of place it is that he'd rank it 3 stars. As one who seeks the way of the gourmand, I, Keiichi Mayabara, am genuinely intrigued. The headlights of the car cut through the early darkness of Hinamizawa night, carving a straight path towards town. I was pondering where such a gem of a restaurant could be hidden away. It was shockingly the family restaurant right by the station. Dad, the great restaurant you were talking about was this? The words Angel Mort were written on a very family restaurant-esque cartoonish logo. It had the air of a girl-oriented, all-you-can-eat cake buffet rather than a proper restaurant. You've never been inside, Keiichi? Come to think of it, I hadn't. There's been some times where I've traveled to faraway towns to eat, but returning only as far as Okonomi Station, there was really no reason to dine out. Okonomiya Station. Okay. Home was just a stone throws away, after all. I see. That was the reason I never noticed it before. We stopped the car in the restaurant's parking lot. It seems like business is booming. There's quite a few cars parked here, but what really amazes me are the license plate. There's a lot of them that can't be from this area. Fukuyama, Nagoya, well, that's fine. Chiba? Saitama? Opening up my mental geography book, I calculated how long it would have taken to get here via the major highways. Keiichi, it seems like you finally realized how amazing this restaurant is. Well, what's the meaning of this? How can so many people travel from so far away just to come to this restaurant? Following my dad, I climbed the steps and entered the building. It's a door. The bell attached to the door clattered as we entered, and waitresses soon greeted us. After confirming our party size and whether we wanted a smoking or non-smoking seat, she guided us inside. See, here, it's booth or a table. There, it's smoking or non-smoking. Here, that would mean the seat was smoking or non-smoking. Dad ordered 2 of the daily specials. It seemed that they were ready-made, so there wasn't much of a wait at all until our meals were brought to us. The taste was, no offense to Dad, not so different from your run-of-the-mill family restaurant. So why is everyone here? If you're just talking about the taste, it seems like normal family restaurant fare. Oh, this is me. If you're talking about taste, who gives a damn about the taste, Keiichi? See? Isn't it great? I see. It just may be that the food here might be nothing more than average. The demographic of the customers was pretty much all young men. This is going to be some go-go lounge, ain't it? It may call itself a family restaurant, but there wasn't a single table with a family. And yet, it was packed. The parking lot was filled with cars from all corners of the country. If they didn't come far and wide to eat this completely mediocre food, then there's only one other reason. Dad flagged down a nearby waitress. Excuse me, the dessert that comes with the meal still hasn't come yet. Oh, I'm so sorry. There's a dessert that comes with Daily Combo A? I've been waiting for quite a while. Oh, my apologies. I'll bring it right away. The apparently Wookiee? I'm sorry. That's a whole nother story. The apparently rookie waitresses rushed off flustered. Dad, could it be this restaurant is... Aren't they great? The waitresses' uniforms here? I mean... Oh, I've just gone from a humiliating female outfit that I had to wear to this. And my dad bringing me, of all things. Bam! What are you doing, Keiichi? My own father never hit me. I'm your son. Listen, Keiichi, I never come here with impure intentions. Oh, bullcrap. That bell, an atriant, and eccentric clothing? Cool effect. Cool effet. It's my artistic muse. I wanted you to feel that. Even you must have yearned for this stimulation, haven't you? Coming here alone, though, is a bit embarrassing. You understand. That's why I dragged you here. Just blame me. Even if you must condemn me, I wanted you to know this feeling, Keiichi. I need to take a leak. Okay. Maybe he has a point here. He is an artist. We established that in game 1. Maybe he is some eccentric who comes for, the atmosphere to get inspired artistically. But that's not why everyone else is here. My father has always had a bad habit of trying to hide his embarrassment using incomprehensible nonsense as a smokescreen. I want to believe that this weirdness won't be genetic. Continuing his one-sided rambling, my father stood up and headed to the washroom. Now, here's a question. Is he embarrassed? Because I caught him in really coming for prurient reasons? Or did he just have a realization that, you know what? Maybe people would get the wrong idea of him bringing his son here. We'll find out. I'm sure they'll tell us. With him gone, I was left alone in the booth. Finally, at this time, a feeling of embarrassment welled up inside of me. I had nothing to do but go beet red with shame. The waitress, from before I returned, her eyes alternating between the order slip and the table. This should be interesting. Arriving at my seat, she hesitantly tried to say something. A more veteran waitress offered some advice from over her shoulder. Just calm down and say, sorry for the wait. Terribly sorry for the wait. Right, just like that. Do your best. Whispering that into her ear, the veteran waitress left. This waitress must have just been hired. With an absolute lack of confidence, she moved hesitantly and maybe even somewhat perilously. Just watching her put me on edge. I silently watched as she placed the dessert on the table with an inexperienced hand. But it's just as Dad said. What incredible uniforms these are. They were like a bunny girl plus a maid plus some sort of frilly outfit, all in perfect ratio. Most certainly a rather dubious, charming kind of fashion. In any case, she in no way appeared to be a proper waitress. What should I do? I was catching glimpses of too many things. That is, I didn't know where I should look. Wearing something like that, walking around the restaurant, it's as bad as it can be for digestion. Even though she was wearing the outfit, this particular waitress had no idea what to do either. This flustered state, without a doubt, should be attributed to the amount of bare skin showing rather than being new to the job. Way to go, Kiishi. That's a bit mature for you. Both the waitress and I mutually avoided eye contact. What a platonically embarrassing feeling this is. Now, Kiishi, you could also tell her that you're fine and get her out of her embarrassment by making her leave. I'm a customer, you know. It's all right to be more straightforward. How? My nose is starting to bleed. So, Rena bleeds with cuteness, I bleed with embarrassment? At that moment, our eyes just happened to meet. Both of us blinked, doubting who we were looking at. Oh, do I know this girl? What? Oh, no. This is... Mion? Is that you? Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Well, I was close. I said Mion's uncle's restaurant. Not that Mion's actually working at the restaurant. This actually... Well, it's surprising that something like this happened to me a little early. I was adult, but I did have a friend at work, a female friend, who thought that she might go working at the local wing house or something, which is a similar type of place. I don't think she ever did, but it's just too similar for comfort. On top of her hair being let down, she was so far removed from her usual confidence-filled attitude, I didn't realize it was her after all. It was Mion. Why is she here? Why are you working at a place like this? I'm helping out at my uncle's store. Okay, it is his uncle's store. I was right after all. Come to think of it, I did hear her talk about how her relatives have stores in town and that she sometimes works part-time to help them. She could have been a cook. Ooh, that must be a lot of work. The nervous feeling I had dissipated in an instant. Knowing that this was Mion, there was no reason to feel that way. Well, actually, my animal instinct tells me that the power balance between Mion and myself has been turned upside down. That's right, I'm a customer. My position is superior to hers. The customer is always right. The humiliation from today's penalty game was cutting through the recesses of my mind. There really is a God. You are right, Kiishi. There is. For him to grant me this opportunity for revenge, well, now it does say vengeance is his. You're supposed to let him have it. Noticing the flames of vengeance burning in my eyes, Mion took a step back. Yeah, run while you can. But seeing it like this type of clothing suits you very nicely, doesn't it? It's embarrassing, so don't look so much. You looked at me. I confirmed my preemptive strike was a clean hit. There's no mistaking that Mion is currently defenseless. While confirming my attack was successful, I simultaneously lined up the combo. Mion, you have pretty big breasts. It seems like they're ready to spill out even right now. All the customers are definitely looking at you. Don't say that. Don't play coy with me. I know that you enjoy drawing all the male attention with that embarrassing getup. I mean, if you didn't, there's no way you dress up like that. It's not like I'm doing this because I like to. Think about it when you have me do this. Is this all right, Kiishi Mayabara? Aren't you taking this a little too far? She took that far from me. Even if it's payback for that humiliation during the day, isn't this too much? Well, we are supposed to turn a cheek to our enemies. Not that Mion's an enemy, but she is a little pain in the butt. And we're supposed to treat her... We are supposed to be treating our neighbor like we want to be treated ourselves. If we don't want to be embarrassed, we shouldn't embarrass them. Hey, shut up, Logic. There you go. See, it's listening to me. The game is listening to me. To pay back Mion tenfold is a chance you'll hardly ever get. Wearing this kind of getup, your mother must be disappointed. My dad sure was. Whimper! That part where you can almost just see something is the best. Come closer. Eek! Please, stop. You still lack the spirit of service towards your customers. Please forgive me. Oh, I want to take you home. Now I'm using Rena's line. No, not that. Entering a version of Rena's cute mode, blood spewing from my nose like a waterfall. I was going until I had no regrets. You know what? I'll give me one. It's a 2-pointer, but I'm not Rena, so let's just give it one. I was going to complete this verbal humiliation revenge for today's events. Yep, I'll spare you the rest for today. How? It seems that Mion's neural circuits had completely shorted from the embarrassment. I might have teased her a little too much, or so I thought. But such a meek Mion is something you hardly ever see. So this was good for now. Leaving aside what exactly was good, I never knew. To think that the high and mighty Mion would have a hard time being a waitress. That's wrong. This is such a surprising side of you. I want to show this to the Mion from this afternoon. Actually, I want to show Rena and the others. Rena will definitely flip out with joy. Let's invite them. Do you think she'll say she wants to work here? That's wrong. I could never imagine in my wildest dreams that such a cute outfit would suit you, Mion. I'm saying that's wrong. While turning bright red, Mion finally spit out the words that were lodged in her throat. What do you mean that's wrong? I'm not Mion. Oh, golly. No. Are you Mion's sister? What? I was taken aback at Mion's confusing... Or is she really the demon possessing Mion? And we get back to game number 1. There we go, finally. She's gonna attack me. If you're not Mion, then who are you? You're Mion Sonozaki, right? I'm sorry. I should have said this earlier, but my name is Shion Sonozaki. Mion is my older sister. Oh, so you're even younger. This is worse. My eyes unconsciously widened with surprise from this brazenly crazy talk. Or is this Mion just pulling my leg? Is this Mion trying to get me back? Because she's a trickster. She's a freaking trickster. I would not put it past her. Mion, probably thinking that there was no way such a far-fetched excuse would work, turned bright red while fidgeting nervously. Shion Sonozaki? Yes, I'm often mistaken for my sister, because you are. But when we met, you had the kind of response that you wouldn't make if we were meeting for the first time. That's because my sister is always talking about you, so I knew who you were. Oh, a little bit of cringeworthy excuse, that is. But when I looked at Mion's eyes, which begged me to believe her, the urge to tease completely subsided. To us, Mion had to be a leader who was normally overflowing with confidence, a guiding force. If I were to lash out at that Mion, I would have ruined something I shouldn't have. That was something I would never wish for. What? Trust me, if this was a game and you won, you'd embarrass the heck out of her. So I understand. This foolishness here is something very different from the everyday Mion. That's why she's Shion. I see. In that case, I'm sorry. Oh, as long as you understand. My sister has a lot of enemies, you see. Well now, she's self-aware of that fact now, is she? As I intentionally laughed out loud, Shion laughed with me. Shion, is this your first time being a waitress? It doesn't seem like you're used to it. Actually, today is, Keishan is my first customer. A little flustered after saying that, she quickly asked if it was okay for her to refer to me the same way her sister did. Seeing that blatant quirk was so cute, I couldn't stop laughing. So, you said you've worked part-time at your uncle's store before. I thought you would have been more used to it. Oh, I have other relatives that run shops. That's why this is the first time I'm helping the uncle that owns this place. I see, makes sense. Anybody would be tentative doing a job they weren't used to. Does Mion ever help out at this store? Oh, my sister is, you see, she's not good with these cutesy things. I know what she's trying to say. That's right, Mion is more suited for cool things. So I think having you help out here was the right choice. Huh? Shion asked, probably thinking she misheard me. That uniform, it would never suit somebody like Mion. But for Shion, I think it works. Huh? You mean that, Shion, like Rena often does, spaced out and turned bright red. What does that mean exactly? At least for this moment, I felt like this Shion character actually existed. Because there was no way that the Mion I knew had this side to her. At that moment, we realized that the more veteran waitress was waving at us from across the room. Sonozaki-san, you can take your break now. Oh, okay. Mion finally returned to her senses. It seemed as if it was time for her to take a break. And it's about time for Dad to come back too from the restroom. Well then, I'll take my leave. It was fun talking to the infamous Keishan. Sorry for mistaking you for Mion and teasing you. Please tell Mion that I will have my revenge one day. Ah, that thing where you were forced to dress as a maid and walk around outside, right? That devilish laugh and smile, it was exactly the same as the one I knew. That's right. Tell her I will return the favor for the total humiliation I suffered. Blah. More importantly, I'm going to complain to my sister about the teasing I had to endure today. My sister will have my revenge during your club activities. Bring it on. I'll get her before she gets me. Mion laughed with a warm smile devoid of any remaining nervousness and disappeared into the back. I felt like I had a very valuable experience today. That's right, for now, I know the high and mighty Mion has a weak point to panic and get embarrassed about. But of all things, for her to say she has a twin sister? I thought that maybe I should ask Rena tomorrow if she really has a sister. But maybe it's better that I didn't ask. It's a bit mean-spirited. I've decided that the person I met here today was Shion, the younger twin sister. So I'll refrain from doing anything that would deny that. That's right, Kishi, do unto others. It's not that we actually made a promise or anything, but that little exchange gave birth to a new rule between me and Mion. Somebody tapped me on the shoulder. It was my dad. That was a long trip to the washroom, as I was saying earlier. He probably came up with a new idea for an art piece when he was sitting on the can. Keiichi, are you about ready? Let's go home. Settling the bill, my father had his customer card stamped. It was pretty much filled. Dang, Dad, you're quite the regular customer. Was that new waitress just now somebody you knew, Kishi? Oh, so you were watching from the shadows. Dad has the oddest sense of tact sometimes. Somebody from school? From Hinamazawa? Yeah, she's the little sister of my friend Mion, who is only 16 years old. Her school is in Hinamazawa, so she must go to one in town. I've never seen her at my school. So not all the kids in Hinamazawa go to the same school? Only about half. The other half go all the way into town on their bikes. In this way, the feeling that I was really talking to Shion came to me. What should I say to Mion tomorrow? I met your little sister? Something like that? Even with Mion being like that, us having a secret between the two of us made me both a little happy and a little embarrassed. And hopefully that's the end of the chapter. There we go. Good, because we are at the 1 hour and 12-minute mark. Well, it's really about more like 10 or so, because I waited about 2 minutes. That's good. Okay, you received new tips. Is this really Shion? An introduction to Angel Mort. So let's go through this really quick. I will outro, and we will be done for the night. Few new tips. Good. Oh, 2. Huh? Mion-san's family? Yeah. More broadly, I was wondering if she had any brothers or anything. I was actually wondering whether her younger twin sister named Shion really existed. And my curiosity got the better of me, so I quietly asked Satoko about it. I wonder. She might not. She wasn't being very clear about it. Has Satoko never gone over to Mion's house to play? From your reaction, I guess you've never met any. Yes, I've never seen any of her relatives, except for her grandmother. As far as I could tell, there were already dark clouds over the Shion is real theory. Rika would know more than I. You would do well to ask her. Satoko waved to Rika-san, who was basking in the sunlight. Rika, do you know anything about Mion-san's family? Rika-san was surprised at the sudden question. Mia has a big family, so I don't really know everything about them. That many, huh? For example, is there someone named Shion Sonozaki? Well, I might have heard wrong, so she might not actually exist, but... You mean Shion exists? Huh? That was unexpected. She was real? Their names are quite similar, you know. I could get tongue-tied trying to tell the difference. I've heard she's Mi's younger sister, but I haven't met her too many times. Rika-san knew a bit about her as well, but hadn't seen her much. I think I met her once at a funeral a few years ago. She's not in this class, so maybe she goes to school in Okonomiya? She may live there too. Mion-san herself lives apart from her family with her grandmother after all. She didn't live with her parents? That was a bit odd. Was there something between them? It's a very complicated family. She seems to have many relatives. There are doubtless many different circumstances. For now, I learned that she had a younger twin sister named Shion, but her family structure, including her own position, still seemed very mysterious. Oh, what are the three of you talking about? Let this old man in on it. Oh, Mion-san, you've come at a good time. Might it be true that you have a younger twin sister? Mion, crap. A younger sister? Well, yeah, I do. Mion grew uncharacteristically red in the face at a loss. I think she's looking at me. Oh my! I had no idea! What kind of person might she be? I would very much like to meet her sometime. You shouldn't bother. She's not cute at all. She's really conceited. Besides, other than talking to her on the phone once in a while, I haven't seen her for a long time either. Why did it look like she was in such a panic? It's like she was declaring that the Shion from yesterday was actually a fake. Anyway, this was pretty funny, so I let it go for a little while longer. Another Mion under the name of Xian. Will I be able to see her if I go to that restaurant again? I had a mysterious feeling as if I had made a new friend, despite knowing that she and Mion were the same person. Whew. Okay. And the last tip. Hopefully this is an introduction to Angel Mort. What was that one? Is there really a Xian? Okay. Oh, I'm hungry. I want to eat. Reprinted from the Victorious War Photographer's Guide, April issue. Complete Conquest Analysis, Family Restaurant Chapter. Now at last we come to the blazing hot third day. To Angel Mort, a super famous restaurant and the envy of all enthusiasts despite being located in the remote Shishibone city of XX Prefecture. They do X's when they don't want to put real names down. Don't know why. Why exactly do the most famous stores avoid the centers of human habitation? It can only be because it's a trial given to us by the god of war photography. It's famous locally for having the best desserts in town, but that matters not to us. If you want expensive desserts, then you can just go to a place or something. We aim not for sweet treats, but for sweet uniforms. The fragrant aroma of sweet wafts from these obligatory waitress uniforms, creating no less than a public torture device. How can their bashful flirtation be on par with all the other restaurants with cute uniforms all across the country? War Photography Hunter. Away! The smoking areas are real superpositions. Aim for your chance at them with the tenacity of an octopus. Ryu, yesterday I failed to get sitting. Today I will aim for the ultimate golden seat, the corner box in the smoking area. Otaku are overwhelmingly non-smokers, so I'll procure a spot in the smoking area and set up camp there. As expected of Ryu, the hunter, he's saying his victory was decided the moment he chose his seat. In actuality, Ryu used the same tactic during the grand opening of Akihabara's XXXX and succeeded in getting the best seats in the house. Back then, he also went early in the afternoon, just after the lunch rush, and not only did he find his target seat empty, he also obtained it with ease. By utilizing tricks such as ordering a little at a time, he effectively increased the number of opportunities for engagement, carefully scoping out his chance for a picture. But, as if cursed by that from the day before, the god of war photography did not smile upon him. After suffering successive firm defeats until 3 p.m., he finds no chances coming his way. And after 4 p.m., a man began to take his orders. It looks as though he has been seen through. It is the rule of a hunter to withdraw with grace once marked. Ryu, my aim was perfect, but the fork technique I used at 2:30 seemed to have backfired. Maybe they were wary since I sat in a booth and left my bag on the floor. My camera was already hidden in my travel bag and might fossilize in there. If there were 2-digit EGs involved for sticking here half the day, I'd have a high encounter rate. I am mortified. Even so, he still got a few pieces of gold, as to be expected, from the hunter. He attained this nice angle despite lamenting his failure. He is an artisan. More surprising, though, is that this uniform conquest across Japan has yielded not a single arrested person. What an amazing start for the hunter, who brags about having been to approximately half of the total perfectual police stations in the country. That thing the day before, a hunter took on the Shrine Maiden Cuisine XXX in Nagoya. His hunter spirit showed through too zealously, and as soon as he entered the store, he was seen through, placed in the booth, and waited on by a head priest. Despite waiting half the day, the much-anticipated Shrine Maidens appeared only at the time of his first order. A seriously huge blunder for a hunter. Now then, here we have the giveaway of the hunter's original photographs that always receive such high praise. We'll present one passionate reader with 3 all-you-can-eat low-angle pictures of the Angel Mort uniforms chosen by the hunter himself. With such blazing hot pictures, you too can... Is it gonna come back? You can do something, but I couldn't read the last part. Doesn't matter. It was way out of tone for what I want this to be. So this was definitely one of the probably the most cringy episode of all two games. But anyway, as I said before, I am Tev, and I run the website Tev's Next Idea, where I post stories of my solo role-playing adventures. You can head over there. It's at tevsnextidea.blogspot.com, and enjoy reading there. I am currently in the middle of my Sienna Nor adventure, and we'll be posting the next chapter later this week. And then soon after that, starting next week, I'm going to start posting some starting solos. Some stories about people who are interested in getting started playing solo, types of games they might want to look for. My first episode will be a style episode. I also run, believe it or not, a faith-based website, half-air.com. Yes, I am a Christian and I play games. And we welcome you here. And if that is not something you've thought about before, well, I just want to let you know things that you may have heard about, God, either in the media or in pop culture. Yeah, it may not be the true God so you may want to give that a chance. Hop over to half-air.com on the sidebar. I got some good resources. You can look at those. But, and that being said, I am kind of glad that they did take this game in a manner that it was not appropriate for Kishi-san to be at that restaurant. And they did play it up with, some integrity, as little as there was. But that's to be expected from this game. Thank you, Andrew, for giving me this game. But I will play again. Not sure when. Don't have a lot of time coming up. But, just be on the lookout. You may see me back. As for tonight, thanks for watching, and good night.